So exciting. Always so exciting. Not as exciting as Madonna.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Well, hold that thought. Just want to make sure that we're up. That's Froggy Friday voice. I'm gonna try and channel a good show voice.
MLVC.
Excuse me, but I'm singing in one key and you're singing in another.
Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another.
Open the door now and suffocate. Just give me a fan.
I don't trust any man who hasn't kissed another man.
I'm waiting.
All right, people, it's time to get your dancing shoes on. You're listening to MLVC. It's all Madonna, all the time.
Welcome to the party, bitches.
Hey, everybody, you're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna. Louise, Veronica Ciccone. My name is Stefan. Today on the show, we have Philip, who attended not one, but 2 nights in Barcelona with Madonna's celebration tour. Philip, I am shocked that you are still awake with all of the celebration that you've done over the last 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're a little wearied. It seems like you should just be like getting ready to go to sleep.
I'm a little bit tired, but I'm okay.
Well, we won't keep you too long because I know it's kind of late. Are you going out partying tonight? Is there like a big Madonna night, or was that was already happened?
No, I've done literally nothing else but go to the concerts and just relax, really. So
nice. So you had tickets for both nights at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Where were your seats? Did you switch it up, or were you in the same spot both nights?
No, we had standing tickets for floor A on the first night, and then on the second night I had floor B.
Okay.
So
tell people who might not know, because I get a lot of questions of like, is this a good spot? Is this a good spot? What's the difference between floor A and floor B?
Well, in Barcelona, floor A was everywhere at the front. So that included the golden circle, which was beside the cake, if you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
So floor A was there till just before the sound desk.
Uh-huh.
And then behind the sound desk was floor B.
So floor A, that included all of the catwalks then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
so
when
what they did was they left 500 people that was queuing for early entry. They left 500 people into the middle part where the pit, like around the cake part. And then I think the left pit, you got a wristband to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
The right pit was kind of incorporated into the actual around the cake part. Yeah.
And by when you say the cake, you mean it's the part where she originally starts with Nothing Really Matters. It's the part that raises up for the Like a Prayer section.
Yeah. With
Bitch I'm Madonna at the end when she's being surrounded by all of the other Madonnas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is supposed to be a cake at some point, right? Is there? Or that's just what we're calling it?
I'm just calling it the cake because I have no other way of describing it.
I do think I heard a rumor that it was one point supposed to be, I think she might have been doing Like a Virgin, and she was supposed to come up out of the cake like she did at the original 1984 Video Music Awards. But I think that got scrapped, but I think they kept the tiered cake, or it's just meant to be a nod to that anyway. Because
I think it's more meant to be a nod to the MTV performance.
Yeah, it's there. It's the device of a multi-tiered stage, but it doesn't look like a wedding cake.
No.
So you were in that front section. Where did you gravitate when you got into the venue? Where did you go?
Well, the end of the catwalk was completely packed, so I kind of was on the left-hand side with the stairs coming down, just at the side of the catwalk, literally there. So
was it a good view?
Yeah, it was a good view for Open Your Heart. For the fourth section, it was a good view. I spoke to the production manager and I was like, I was trying to get into the pit, and he was like, "Oh, I don't have access to wristbands." And I was like, "Oh, please, I've traveled a long way, blah blah blah." And he was like, "I can't do it." He says, "I have no access." But he said, to be honest, where you're standing is actually better than if you were in there, because you're going to just see the back of her most of the time. So because I was at the side, I could actually walk around because it was space. So I could leave my place and walk around to the side of floor A. So I could kind of move around to the right and the left. So I had kind of a good vantage point that way.
So they didn't pack it in. There's actual room for you to like move. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
It was packed around the barrier, but everywhere else you could kind of behind that you could walk around.
Good. See, I've always said I wish I could have a traveling ticket when I was at a Madonna show, where it's like wherever she goes, you could just sort of like follow her around. Like that would be a dream come true, where it's like, because I think when I see her in Paris, I think I'm at the front section. Again, okay. I don't know. I don't know how the tickets work, but I think I'm going to be towards the front, which I was like, well, that'll be great for like the first 3 numbers. But then when she's at the end of the catwalk, I'm like, I'm just going to be staring at the back of her, you know?
Yeah. If it depends if you want to be in that front section where the cake is, you have to get there early to queue. You'll have to queue all day to get in the first couple of hundred.
What time did you get there?
I didn't get there till quite late because I didn't want to. I find if you're waiting around, it gets tiring, and so I got there about 7:30 on the first night, and then it took about 45 minutes to an hour to actually get into the venue because the queue was so long outside. So when we got in, I just looked around, went to the floor. So yeah, it was good. I just don't like queuing in general.
Yeah, it's a pain. So on your second night, you said you were in section B. How was it different from? So I guess you were further back, right?
It was further back. I was right behind the sound desk, so I got to see the whole full on like facing. Bray of Light was amazing. Bedtime Story. There was so many different things that I seen that I couldn't see from the sides. Mm-hmm. So I got more of a wider view.
I guess it's always good to, if you're going to see it multiple times, to sort of switch up where you're going to see it, because, you know, I mean, if you're super up close, you can't sort of like take it. I mean, whenever I've seen the tour films after they come out, I'm always like, oh, I had no idea that was happening on the screen, because I'm always watching her. Or like if they show the dancers, I'm like, oh, I didn't know the dancers were doing that, you know? Yeah. So I think it's good to sort of, and this show seems to be almost, it warrants multiple viewings. Otherwise you're going to miss things.
To be honest, the next time, if I do go and see another show on this tour, I don't know if I'm going to might be able to make it happen. But I'd love to actually see it sitting down, because just for comfort, I'm not really good with standing for that long, but just to kind of sit down and take it in that way. But there's so many different things. Visually, it's actually stunning to watch. There's so many elements that go into it. Like Live to Tell is absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Like I cried, especially on the second night. I cried because I could see it. The wide view of all the drop downs of the people that passed away. Yeah, that was beautiful. I've been noticing. I see that you have lots of merch going on right there. I was gonna ask you if you got any merch, and clearly you have. So I see that you're wearing the Madame X tour jacket, which I was actually going to wear tonight, but I opted not to wear it. And that's the T-shirt that I think I'm probably going to end up getting, because it's one of my favorites. I mean, who doesn't love Dita? The sizing is quite big. So this is a medium, and I'm usually a large. So it actually fits me perfect. Well, I love that the merch company is keeping us guessing. So T-shirts are running large. The Blonde Ambition jacket that I see hanging behind you. That's the original. Oh! That's not. It's the one from the fan club. So very nice. The lettering underneath. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's but they run kind of small. Like I assume it's the same sizing as the new one. I'm not sure. I didn't try on the new one. They actually only had some of the new Alpha Industries ones on the outside merchandise stalls. So there was no point in me trying it on because I already have one. So, but I seen the VIP jacket for the Immaculate. That looks amazing.
Amazing. I know. I think I think my ticket in Paris, the first one, is Immaculate VIP. So brilliant. I should be getting one of those jackets. However, I'm like, well, I'm never going to be able to wear the reverse side of it, the one with all the pictures from the sex book. I zoomed in on that, and I was like, oh, that is not going to fly. That would have to be like an evening jacket, like a late night out jacket. That is not that's not a jacket to go grocery shopping wearing, No. Well, just because like some of the pictures, like it's full on Madonna nudity, it's.
I love that the lettering is in the erotica or the sex book kind of font.
Yes.
I love that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I love that they have.
They run quite small, I heard, so I hope.
I bought the Blonde Ambition jacket. Everyone knows this. This is like the plight of my life. I bought that jacket. I got a large because I was like, I wanted it to be oversized. And it was like super snug. And I was like, so I sold it to somebody else because I was like, I can't wear this.
Because I think this one that I have, the old one, that's a large and that's actually quite big on me. So.
Yeah, now that I'm getting the Celebration Tour jacket, and it's kind of nice. I don't know if I'll try to get the Blonde Ambition jacket again, even if it like I can find the right size, because I'm like, I'm not going to wear all these jackets, but maybe I will. I don't know.
I'm just saying to myself, I'm actually going to wear, like, I never really used to wear merchandise out on the street or going out, but I'm just like, you only live once. So, and I don't really care what other people think. I will wear it. So.
Yeah, it's like
people looking at you like, but usually it's because they want one as well.
Exactly. They see you wear. Well, I think her name is such an assault on people. Like, even to this day, I think people just see the name Madonna and it means something to them, even if they don't really know who she is. It has an effect on people. And I know. I used to wear, my favorite t-shirt was the Blonde Ambition t-shirt that I got, and they've redone it for the Celebration one. It's the one.
I got it.
It's the one of her looking over her shoulder from Express Yourself video, and she looks naked because she's naked in the video. And I used to wear that. I think it was like 15, 16 years old, wearing that t-shirt around everywhere. And people would stare at me wearing this t-shirt because I think they would see her face and see that she was naked. So it definitely.
I had that t-shirt and I actually wore it to the my first show, Drown World, in London, and it was like a size medium and it was like skin tight because I was like 20, 21. But I loved that the lettering on the back was the pink letters with Blonde Ambition, because on the new one I can find it.
The new one I think is it says Celebration Tour on it now, right?
Yeah.
I love a good show and tell. Are you finding it or are you putting it on?
No, I'm finding it.
Oh, okay. How many t-shirts did you buy last night?
I bought 3.
For now.
Yeah.
All right, so you bought the Dita one. You bought, yes, that's the t-shirt. Yes, exactly.
I prefer if I had the pink lettering on the back.
Okay.
But
I think that's the same. It's the same lettering style that they have on the one that I have from Blonde Ambition.
Yeah, I think the European ones had the pink Blonde Ambition logo on the back, because I used to have that t-shirt, but I don't know where it's gone. This is the t-shirt I wore for my first show in Barcelona.
Good one. Is that official merch?
Yeah.
It is.
So this was, I bought this in like years ago. And then it has Dita on the back.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then I got the Like a Virgin one as well.
Oh, yeah. From It's good. Yeah. I love some of the merch. I was saying with our Paul, the guy that I spoke with yesterday, how we were saying we'd love one new Madonna picture, like just something new.
I was surprised that there wasn't, and I'm surprised there wasn't any good posters as well. They had the black and the red posters, But there's so many images they could have used.
Totally. I mean, I'm surprised they had I want a tour book. I'd love a calendar just for just resurrect the Madonna calendar, because like I said, Ricardo takes so many pictures of her all the time. Like just today, the pictures that she posted of her wearing the crazy veil, and she was. Did you see that picture that she was?
I did.
I was like, oh, I see some titty Madonna. I see some, like, she was. I love. God bless her. God bless her. People are saying, I mean, I see the positive and negative, critiques of her online, and some people are still trashing her, saying, like, put your clothes on, Madonna, or
that's a reflection of them.
I'm like, come on, like,
that's a reflection of them. Like, some people just like to say everything negative.
It's true.
Yeah.
Question: were you irritated that she came on quote unquote late?
Not really. I think I would have been more irritated if I got there earlier, because I was waiting so long.
Yeah.
But queuing for 45 minutes to get in was a lot. No, I kind of expected. That's why I didn't get there so early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had early entry tickets, I would have been there like hours.
Yeah, and what are you going to do? You're just going to stand around?
But there's people queuing from like early in the morning to get early entry. That kind of defeats the purpose. But apparently it was the first 500 people got into the front part. So I can see why they did that.
I see.
I even spoke to Ricky, her keyboard player, on the first night, because I seen him. I've met him before. I met him in Sticky and Sweet in Barcelona. I met him in the MDNA tour in, where did I meet him? Edinburgh, I think it was. And he knows, like, he'd met me before. So I was like, oh my God, it must be so strange for you to not be on stage now. And he was like, yeah. He said, but it's nice. He said, it's because I can watch the show now.
Well, so like, is he going on tour? He's on tour with her.
I think he's basically been like a tutor to Mercy.
That makes sense. So he's sort of like on standby in case.
Yeah, but like, Mercy was amazing, and she looks so mature for her age.
Really exquisite piano. She's an exquisite piano player. It's amazing. He's done such an amazing job at teaching her.
Seeing all the kids on stage was just amazing. She looked so happy with them on stage. It was kind of like they were her comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see how proud she was.
Sure. Yeah. Why not? She loves being a mom, and to be able to, how joyful that must be for her to see her kids.
They just look so much more mature than they are. Maybe it's because they've got money. They look good. Like, David looks a lot older than, I think he's 18.
Yeah.
And then Stella and Esther, amazing.
They're growing up quick.
They're doing all this with their finger, and yeah.
What were your standout parts from the show both nights?
The opening, so Nothing Really Matters. Open Your Heart was amazing because I was right in front of her. Live to Tell, I have to say, is my favourite bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stunning. It looks like she's kind of gliding through memories of people that have passed. And the way the lighting hits her, it looks like she's looking back through a frame, like a photo frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And then just seeing all the pictures kind of one by one getting bigger and bigger. So many faces, takes your breath away.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think that's sort of, I haven't seen it yet, and I can't wait to finally see the show in person. But I feel like, to me, that's the same. Live to Tell will be this tour's moment where, like, in Madame X, she had Frozen, and how, like, when you saw Frozen in Madame X, it was that type of, just the juxtaposition of her with Lourdes on the screen and singing that song. I think it was just such a moment in that show, and so beautiful and haunting and gorgeous. And I think Live to Tell, obviously, it's a very different tone. It's a very different moment. But I think it's that type of, it's a big moment of the show. And I think
I think everyone, especially on the second night, because I had a wider view, I looked around and I could see, well, there was two guys beside me and they were crying.
Yeah.
I cried a little bit as well because it was just, you could not help but be moved by it. But I looked around the arena and you could see everyone was kind of, wow. It's a moment.
It's an astounding thing that she's doing by calling that out in her show. You know, people still to this day think, you know, I see online, there's a lot of young people who don't realize how much she's done for LGBTQ plus community, AIDS, HIV in general. And the fact that, she doesn't have to, but she continues to be an ally. And it's such a powerful tribute to those people. And I love that she partnered with the AIDS Memorial Foundation to make that happen. And the collaboration it's
and seeing some
amazing.
Of the photos of some people like the guy that was, I can't remember his name, may rest in peace, but the guy that was on the Who's That Girl tour, or not the Who's That Girl tour. I think he was on one of the dancers on the Virgin tour, and there was another guy on the Who's That Girl tour, the dancer as well. His pictures came up.
Well, I know they had Gabriel from Blind Ambition.
Yeah. She actually is right in front of him, and then she looks back. I was like, oh, I was trying not to get emotional because it was just like, oh my God. And they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Howard Bruckner from the Bloodhounds of Broadway, the director. Just stunning. So sad to see so many faces. They all died so young as well. Yeah.
What were your favorite looks from the show? Did you have like a favorite costume that she's wearing?
I loved the geisha. I would have preferred though if it was in red.
Yeah. I heard other people say they wish they had been in white.
No, I think white, it wouldn't visually work because she's quite pale anyways. So she wouldn't.
I think it might have been maybe too washed out.
Yeah. I think the red as well, but red is quite a hard color to carry. The black as well.
But red is the color of the tour. I mean, she's got that all the posters and the red T-shirt. You know, like it's that red and yellow combination that she's been using.
I looked at the light over at the start, the circular light over her in Nothing Really Matters, and throughout the whole show is kind of like the logo for the tour. Even like the MADONNA is the O.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I read somewhere that they're saying it's like a kind of a portal or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
It's cute. The other look I loved was the bedtime story, the silver Versace catsuit.
Mm-hmm.
That was stunning to look at because it just hit the light. The light shone on her. It was just everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it's because it's all little mirrors. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was amazing live as well. Like all the lasers and bedtime story, because the cube that comes up, that was another standout. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think there's just like moment after moment after moment on that show where it's just like one thing after another after another. It's just like a visual assault constantly.
There's a few pieces that I would have swapped up though.
Ooh, I love. Okay, go ahead. Which pieces?
I get why she did The Beast Within, but there could have been something else there because we've seen it before.
Yeah,
and I know it was a tribute to Michael Jackson towards the end, but that again could have been something else.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a couple of moments that I would have preferred to see, even though just sit down and sing an old song, you know.
Yeah. Well, and who knows? You never know. It might happen. I don't know. I always keep saying, oh, she'll switch things up or this, that, and she won't. Although she not musically switched things up, but her hair was different.
Yeah, she had it in plaits. Yeah.
So, you know, who knows? Maybe the changes are starting to roll out. I think she was wearing a different bustier. I think she had her hair, and don't tell me she was wearing a braid. And I heard the short wig that she wears for erotica, that was, I think, curlier than it has been.
Yeah, the first night I was like, because I'm a hairdresser as well, I was like, oh, it was too set looking. And I was like, oh, that needs to be brushed through because it was just too perfect.
You're like, stop the show, Madonna. Give me a brush and a curling iron and a bottle of hairspray and let me have some time.
I actually seen Andy, her hairstylist, he came out just bore Live to Tell to the side of the stage and he was talking to a few people. He had like cat ears or something on. He looked good, yeah. But he obviously was just out. He was dancing to Into the Groove, and then he ducked under them to do a fix up for Live to Tell.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's because she's like, when she's getting set, they have like a curtain in front of of the box and then they like pull it down before she gets raised up. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it was good as well because they used that kind of, I call it like a photo frame because that's what it looked like to me. They had like David coming on it for, I think it was Mother and Father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was various points during the show they used that from one side to the other of the stage to bring dancers in or bring musicians. Yeah.
It looks very high. Like, yeah. And she's up. I'm like, I would not be able. I mean, I'm assuming because she's got a spotlight in her face, she probably can't really see anything, which is probably good because I would not want to look down.
Yeah, well, she's got a harness to the back of it, but that piece of like it's like a pole at the back doesn't look very strong.
No, I know. I mean, I'm assuming that ain't going anywhere, you know, like I'm assuming it's locked on.
Rigorously tested.
Yeah. Well, I know it's late for you over there, Philip. I appreciate you taking the time. But before we go, everybody who comes on the show for the first time gets a little segment we like to call the lightning round. So these answers are just meant to be quick, off the top of your head, wherever you're at in your Madonna journey today. Don't think too hard. Favorite Madonna song?
At the moment, Erotica.
Favorite Madonna album?
Erotica.
Favorite Madonna music video?
Bad Girl.
So good. It's so good. I honestly, I mean, I love a lot of her music videos, but I have to say this probably one of, if not her best, one of her best.
The way it's shot, beautiful.
It's good. And she looks amazing. Like who doesn't want to be Louise Oriole? Like that should be my costume every Halloween. Like I should just be
Louise Oriole at one stage or
another. Favorite Madonna tour?
The Girly Show.
Did you go to Girly Show?
No, I was too young.
Yeah, I didn't. I
did
not get a chance to see. I scalped fake tickets to Girly Show, so I did not get to go.
Oh.
Yeah, that was favorite Madonna. Music video? I said that already. Favorite Madonna movie?
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Favorite Madonna look, and this can be from a photo shoot, a tour.
Around the time of the Erotica and Body of Evidence kind of era, where she had the very fine eyebrows and the hair. Yeah. Beautiful.
And the beret.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, she was good. She looked gorgeous. Gorgeous. It was
she
such
looks
a good
amazing
look.
now at the moment, though. She looks so happy. And you can see it in her look. She just looks soft.
I think she's just happy to be dancing and alive these days. Yeah.
That's what she said in the second night. She said 4 months ago, I couldn't mind have been here.
Yeah.
You know?
To me, I'm glad she's still here.
Me too.
And performing for us. Like that's even like you'd think if somebody goes through like a near-death experience, they're going to be like, I'm going on vacation. Madonna's like, I'm going to work.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a vacation with our kids in a way.
I would love it. I
want to be on tour with Madonna. I want to go.
I know. That's why I was like, can someone hire me to be the tour correspondent? I'd really like to go around on tour with Madonna and just like interview fans in person as opposed to remote.
A laminate. I was like, do you work for Live Nation? And they're like, no. And I was like, because I was trying to get a wristband, trying to get in there. Yeah, that's what I do. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. That's what Madonna says. You're not going to get what you don't ask for. Well, everybody, that is our show for today. Philip, thanks so much for taking the time. I wanted to tell everyone where they can find you on social to follow if you go to Celebration again.
Yeah. My Instagram handle is boytoy MLVC 1980.
It's very on brand for Madonna.
My friend was like, "Where did you get boy toy from? Like, what are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a Madonna thing. You don't know."
How do they not know? They're clearly not a Madonna fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. We're on Venmo if you'd like to drop us a tip at MLVC Podcast. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a video. We're going to continually go live with other people such as Philip from around the world, seeing their Celebration tour shows. It's very exciting. And very soon, I'll be doing my own review of the Celebration tour. I'm going to be going live for myself.
I love your podcast. I love watching the videos.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you were able to come on and share your thoughts and your merch.
The show reunion was amazing.
It was really good, wasn't it? It was so good. Oh my God. I just loved seeing them all be so happy that they were back together again.
You didn't get you weren't able to get a word in edgewise.
I knew. I was like, all of the work was just scheduling and getting them on at the same time. Otherwise, I was like, I'm just going to sit back and I'll be like, I'll just throw a question at them and then they'll just talk.
It's like you're the new person in the room and you're trying to be like,
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like, they didn't even see me. They were just like, "I want to have this. Is so great. I'm so glad you're here." It was cute. They're cute. They're great people. All right, everybody. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend. I forget when we're going live again, but it'll be. Just watch the Instagram. It'll happen. Philip, enjoy the rest of your holiday in Barcelona.
Thank you. It's been great talking to you.